Okay, so we're going to do the steps here. And over here, we're going to do the order of operations. We're going to start with this. So we look and see where x is. Do you guys remember we did this a while ago? We start with x, and we look what's going on over here. We're doing order of operations, so multiplication. This is multiplying -8 with x, and then add 38. Multiplication is first in order of operations, so first thing is multiply by -8. And then the second thing is add 38. Okay. So then, this is going to help us get what steps we're going to take. So the steps we're going to take is going to be the opposite of this. Do not do the opposite of the number, okay? You do the opposite of the number or the opposite or the inverse operation, not both, okay? So you're going to multiply by -8. So we'll start at the bottom. And instead of adding, because that's the last thing we did, it's the first thing we're going to undo, which is our steps. We're going to subtract 38. And then the opposite of multiplication is division. We're going to divide by -8. Again, notice I did not change my sign. I just changed the operation. Okay? And so subtraction, addition are opposite. Multiplication, division are opposites. And that tells us what our steps are. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to leave some room because I'm going to subtract 38. You know what? Let me go ahead and just throw it in there. Subtract 38. That equals -8x plus 38. And we do both sides. And we have this adding a 38, subtracting a 38 cancels or becomes 0. And we're left with -8x. 70 minus 38, well, 70 minus 30 is 40. 40 minus 8 is 32. So then we simplify. Now we take the next step, right? You take the step and you simplify. Take the step and we simplify. So now we can divide by -8. Multiplying by -8 and dividing by -8, they undo each other. So we're just left with x. Or you can say -8 divided by -8. That equals 1. 1 times x is x. 32 divided by -8 is -4. Yeah, because half is 16. Yeah. Okay. And a positive divided by a negative is -4. So that's your final answer right there. So this is number 1. Okay, now let's look at number 2. Actually, I'm going to do number 4. Sorry, that's number 4. On Delta Math, they might be in a different order, but number 4 should be on there. The other ones will be different. So this is 42 equals x divided by 7 plus 29. Again, we do our steps, and then order of operations. Start with order of operations. And my markers are running out of ink, so I gotta change colors. Okay. We have dividing by 7. We're gonna bring this negative down here so we don't have to worry about it. So we're gonna bring it down here. So dividing by negative 7 and adding 29. Order of operations, dividing goes first. So that's divide by negative 7. And then add 29. So now I'm going to look at these and just do the opposite operations and keep my numbers. Start at the bottom. The opposite of adding is subtracting. We're going to subtract 29. Then we simplify. And then instead of divide, the opposite is multiply by negative 7. Again, we didn't change the numbers, just the operation. And these are the steps we take. $42. I'm going to subtract 29, so I'm going to go ahead and write it down. Negative. Oh, I said I was going to move it down, right? Negative 7. We'll move it down. Plus 29. Subtract 29. Adding a 29 and then subtracting a 29 means they undo each other, so we're just left with dividing by negative 7. And see, 42 minus 29. Well, if I do 42 divide minus 30, that would be 12, right? But I don't want to take out 12, 13. 13? If you don't remember this part, guys, just use a calculator, okay? And I have more positives than negatives, so it stays positive. Is that correct? Oh, I wasn't expecting a fraction, but, huh? Okay, so next we multiply by negative 7. So multiply by negative 7, multiply by negative 7. Do you remember with the graspable math? When you multiplied by a number and divided by a number, and when we combine these, they become 1 or they cancel each other out. And so we're left with x, and that's times 7, 91. And a negative times a positive is negative. So that's it for that one.